What's good, Internet? My name is attackslug, and welcome to a gameplay preview of King Oddball for the Xbox One. As always, full disclosure, this copy of the game was provided to me by the publisher for the purposes of making YouTube videos. This game comes out on September the 9th. It will be $4.99, and there's a pre-order and launch discount of about 10%, according to the fact sheet that I have in front of me. But also, weirdly enough, I am not allowed to do reviews of this until, I guess, launch, which is weird, A, because I don't do reviews, but B, because this came out on the PS4, PS3, and Vita back in 2014, and on mobile back in, like, 2012. So if you want to see a review of this game, they're already out there for other platforms. Feel free to go search for those. Anyway, I will get into the Xbox One version of King Oddball, which I assume is the same game. I've played about a third of it, as you can see here. And it is a physics-based platform, or a physics-based puzzle game that I am not particularly good at, but I get by. Think, you know, Angry Birds, that kind of thing. I just finished that stage, and that's kind of the way the game goes. It is a one-button game, basically, so I only ever hit the A button to do anything. I only ever kind of wait until it swings far enough in a direction that I need it to swing, and then let go, and then hope that I have the right angle, and you only get 3 of the stones here from the king to, that was just a bad move. Yep, didn't go well, and then I failed. So, that is the gist of the game. There are other modes here, obviously. I can go back to the very beginning by hitting up this diamond thing here, and they have a hall of diamonds, so there are different modes to mess with. And you can kind of see how things play out earlier on in the proceedings, and that's not the best. But, you know, there are different strategies that you should have, or that you can have, and that was just bad play. Let's just go to stage 2. That's bad play. There are different strategies that you want to accomplish here in King Oddball, one of which being if you knock one of the rocks back into yourself, you get an extra rock. So there are different considerations to take into place here. It was an epic win, back when the word epic win actually didn't sound played out, which was like, you know, 2012. But anyway, you know, I will head into a few stages here. Let's go into stage 3. But yeah, so being able to replay stages to go for higher scores, or to, you know, be able to throw, that was just bad. Be able to throw less rocks is, you know, part of the appeal of what you're doing here. But by and large, if you are a fan of the casual type physics puzzle game, this will be right up your alley. It is pretty cheap. There are, you know, a handful of modes in here. This is the boom challenge. I've done one of these, and these give you grenades instead of rocks. And obviously your goal here is to drill down into where the tanks are, and hopefully be able to crush them. Be like, Oddball Putria, Oddball Machka. Crush those tanks. Obviously, I'm going to fail here and get one tank. Not even one tank. But there are obviously a bunch of these, 20 of these. I can go over here and say play number 20. Not that I want to, but, you know, I totally can. So you can see that there are different units, and different units have different considerations in terms of what you should be doing for their utter destruction by the king. And I've just, you know, continuing to epically win here. But we're going to head back to where I actually am in the game, which is right here, and see if I can complete some more of these stages that I've been having problems with as of last night. So it does get a bit trickier the longer you play into the game, but there's really not, like, a super huge amount of things to really explain to you about, you know, the gameplay, because as you can see, it's fairly simplistic, which is that's not a bad thing, you know. Like, I enjoy games that have a very, you know, a good core mechanic, and kind of expand upon that core mechanic, even if it's not the most complex thing in the world. Like, that's fine, you know. That's, video games should be fun, and it doesn't matter how many game mechanics are required to understand the intricacies of any given title. And I will say that when you get the combos, those are super satisfying. And I just botched that stage pretty bad. Pretty badly. Let's retreat here and try a different stage as we start to wind down here on this video. So, yeah, this is out on the 9th. It is going to be $5, which I believe is the same. Nice! See, I got a gold thing there for having a nice combo. I believe that that's the same price on the PS4, and the PS platform version is a cross-buy deal, so if you get that on PS4, you also get it on PS3 and on the Vita, and if you have all those platforms, then perhaps, you know, that's a better choice for you. But if you only have Xbox One, here you go, Xbox One version. I'm going to try again on that. And if you only have a smartphone, it is available on smartphones. I don't know the price on smartphones, so don't quote me on that. But, make it. Nope. So I did get an extra here. Oh, go. Boom. That shit is super satisfying and superb. So I actually want to know what that graph is. I'm trying to get to that graph. I'm really curious, but some of these stages do get pretty hard, so whether or not I can get there in these... Yes! Didn't quite hit me, though. In the scope of... Nope, I'm out of rocks here. In the scope of this video, that remains to be seen, but I will spend a few more minutes here trying to get to that, because I do want to see what in the blue hell that is all about. Yup. I fucked that up. It's real easy to kind of misjudge the angle, as you can see there. Very easy to misjudge the angle. Nope, that's gonna be too far. It's gonna be too far. So certainly there is an ideal order that you should be going in, or, you know, a preferred order of operations to kind of, you know, get the best possible score that you know you can. I mean, there's no real scoring per se. It's just, you know, you finish the stage, you get a different phrase based on how many or few rocks that you did. So what is this? All right, my stats. I've completed that much of the main quest. 1 rock challenges are insane. Boom challenges. Secret world. This game has secret worlds. I didn't know that. And you can see here, I've played 38 minutes. And I've lost 82 and won 51, and I've destroyed 400 foes, which is, you know, quite a bit. So there are other, obviously, units here and different variations. That thing is a shield. And then if I hit... Nice combo. If I hit that circular thing with a dumb face on it, that will totally bounce my rock in a direction, which is cool. And then we're going to attempt to just knock right into there, and that should knock that down, and then they all die, and I win! I'm the king! I'm the king! So there's no real... I mean, I guess there's a story here that you can make assumptions on about this giant circular thing with a giant tongue in the sky that wants to destroy, you know, the planet. I think the original name on mobile was King Oddball Ends the World, but I haven't really seen much of any kind of a coherent anything in this version of the game. How do I... Oh, I see. I have to bounce. Okay. I have to bounce from the left there to make that... Oops. Make that destruction happen, and that might be a little tricky. Just a little tricky to get that all done with the rocks that I have, and then to completely botch that like the Shockmaster or Sankara on a good day. So you do it that way. There, yes, that's okay. That is, whoops, I hit it too soon. That is the general idea, but man, I am not very good as these stages get more complex. I am not very good at them. So we'll play a couple of more different ones just to kind of get a better feel for how things get. That was a nice shot. That was a nice shot. Say what you will about my skill, but that was a nice shot. So we're going to try to... Nope, that didn't work at all. I mean, it sort of worked, but not... I wish I could move it over. It's not going to move over. It's not going to... Nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen, King Oddball. I'm sorry. I'm dreadfully sorry. Yeah, I meant to go around to go to one more stage. One more stage, and then we're done with some more explosions. And I do like video games that have explosions. Certainly. That is the nature of video games, as I am failing and failing and failing. I mean, you know, it's got some replay value in getting better scores and that kind of mishmash of, that was almost a really good combo. That was really boo. Alright, well, you get the idea. This is King Oddball on the Xbox One, coming out September 9th for $5. Save 10% in that launch window, or by pre-ordering this game. It is, you know, pretty cheap for what it is, but there's a bunch of stages, so if you like the physics-based puzzle game type stuff, when it comes to video games, this might just be right up your alley. I'm attackslug. This is a gameplay preview. Thanks for watching. More videos every day, and I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.